If you want to watch part 1, it is down in the description. Now, I hope you have a great day. Enjoy. It was day 14, and my trailer still needed many repairs. But to even do them in the first place, I would have to be skilled at metalworking. So, I visited my old house and completely destroyed the bathroom. Just like that one night after Taco Bell. I met my neighbor Jerry, and, well, he looks pretty good, being a zombie and all. And I realized this whole entire time there was a trailer right in the town I've been staying in. But I still had a job to do, and I already had a trailer, so I demolished more bathrooms. And cleaned up while I was there. The trailer, though, it was no better than my own. And I actually like my own, so I just left it there. And continued destroying bathrooms. Already my blowtorch was out of energy. So I was gonna do the next best thing. And watch a whole bunch of TV movies about metalworking. But that's when I noticed a horde of zombies too close to where I was staying. I knew there was a local VHS store in town, and, you know, the town is covered in zombies, so I had to be stealthy. Of course, I'm not stealthy, though, and I attracted them all, or at least this little group. There was a lot of VHSs, and I knew I needed some food. But luckily, there was the best food known to mankind, candy. So I took some of that and began my search for the right VHS. And I'll be dead honest, I had no idea what I was grabbing. There was windows in the front of the shop and zombies could easily see me. So I took this TV and put it in the back, bracing it up against the door so no zombies could enter. Cause zombies totally know how to open doors now. I sat down in a chair and watched one movie, but it was already dark. So I went to sleep, making it day 15. I knew this was going to take a bit of time watching all these movies. But it can't be that long, right? Probably just 1 hour. Okay, maybe 2. Okay, maybe 3. Okay, maybe 4. Okay, well, maybe... Okay, 6. Okay, 7. Okay, 8. Okay, 9. At least I took a bathroom break, though. Of course, I destroyed it right after. Well, it only took 2 million hours. And at least I knew a whole bunch of crap now. There was a horde of zombies, and once again I tried to sneak past them, but once again, I'm not stealthy, so I made a break for it. And like an idiot, I got stuck on the front of the car. But I made my way in and drove off. With not much left in the day, I knew I needed another place to sleep. And this white car seemed perfect. But as I started to read a book, I got stuck somehow. I don't know how, but I just couldn't do anything. But eventually I got out and I fell asleep, making it day 16. Making sure I got done with this book so I could get the juicy XP boost, I decided to completely demolish this car. And so I did. With the car stripped, I had all the skills I needed. I just needed a book so I could actually remove the parts I needed to remove on my truck or whatever. But who knew stripping cars took so long? So I decided to go to sleep in my old house, making it day 17. I'll be dead honest, when I exited my room and seen how dark it was, I got scared. But eventually I did win out. And then when I jumped this fence, I accidentally left my toolbox behind. I'm not dumb, I'm just dumb. At this point, time started to fly, it felt like at least, and I still didn't have the book I needed. So I gassed up my hot rod and, well, noticed there was tons of black lines everywhere. But maybe it was just a glitch that would fix itself. Well, this series is called Living on the Road, so I decided to hit the road. Maybe I could find the book on the road. I don't know, man. I just drew for 5 hours. This is what my life was gonna be forever. And I was perfectly fine with that. The road was super relaxing, until it wasn't. Look, that's not my bad driving. My vehicle doesn't have brakes anymore and it's very slippery. Or whatever. But I guess this is where my engine problem started. Yeah, this totally wouldn't freak me up in the future. Wanting to get off the main road and find some houses, I pulled off in this gravel road. I passed by a crashed car and stopped at this lovely house. It was completely clear and it was beautiful. So I had myself a bite and I was gonna stay here, even though I still had a long time. There was this nearby shed and I wanted to see what was in it. But kids, you must stay always constantly aware in Project Zomboid. For if you leave your guard down for 1 second, this could happen. Son of a beep almost got me too. But I wasn't gonna go down that easily. Frickin' loser. After that, I needed to take out my anger on a bathroom. After all, I was racist towards them. I'm coming for you next, Sink. Needing to get my sprinting skills up, I ran to that car crash. Absolutely nothing was in it, except for a few matches. I loved these backwoods because there was not a lot of zombies. Just a bit. But I still didn't want to deal with them, so I ran away. But I decided to come back. Still needing my mechanic skills up, I stripped the car. I'd become good at stripping cars. Now I only needed to become good at stripping women. I mean, what? A long hard day of work, I rested my toolbox on this table and ate me some food. I didn't want any peeping toms looking in the window, of course, so I closed the curtains and fell asleep, making it day 18. It was lightly foggy, and I was out. I needed another place to sleep, after all. I was considering one of these houses nearby, and I cleared out the place. Nothing of use was in them, though, of course, except for a roll of duct tape. It was just in the morning, though, so I wanted to keep exploring. Until a horde randomly showed up. And I'll be dead honest, you see that guy with the thing on his back? I thought that was a katana, and I really wanted one. So, for some stupid reason, I got out of my car and punched the guy in his face. Like, I don't know what I was thinking here. Yeah, I got myself into a predicament, and the little horde turned into a lot more than a little. So I was out of there. And somehow, zombies were swarming all over the place now. I wanted that katana. So I loaded my gun, and even these guys started to show up. Like, where did these guys come from? It was so peaceful, but now it wasn't. The dead was crawling all over the place, and I knew I couldn't sleep here. But, like I said, I still wanted that katana. And it was going to be difficult. But hey, I unloaded on them and missed 99% of my shots. Because like I said before, I'm a terrible shot. But switching to an LMG, things went much smoother. And I was able to drop the person that had the katana. I enjoyed wasting bullets though. I found it rather soothing. I'm sure the zombies didn't though. I looped back around and this is when I noticed it wasn't a katana. And I figured this was just a waste of time. But, of course, my truck wouldn't start, so I had to bail. Awesome. Just awesome. I should have just looped back around and tried again. But I wanted to get my shooting up, so I did. I needed a place to sleep, so I continued driving. I only had a few hours left in the day after all. More like 5. But yeah, a few hours. I made it down the road and there was this bridge. It could be a good place to sleep, but I'll be honest, I didn't want to deal with the zombies. I noticed this house in a little gated community, but there was a bit of people around and even Uncle Sam was there for some reason. And I think the neighbors had a case of the munchies. I decided I didn't have much time left in the day, so I pulled in, almost crashing. This house looked too big for my taste, so I decided to hit this back road. And that's where I found this lady. But she scared me, because she had a red name. I'm not racist. At this point, I was hungry and exhausted, and zombies started swarming me. But with sheer determination, I killed them all. Well, all except for this guy, but he was dead. And this woman, I guess. But she was now dead. I guess I'll be sleeping here tonight. And this guy. But she was now dead. Okay, calm down. And hey, I found me a shotgun too. Maybe I could be stupid and attract more zombies to my location. I marked my road and planned my journey. And you could tell my mentality was very down. But it was getting late, and I decided to go to sleep, making it day 19. The house was completely clear, and there wasn't much in the house, except for an ammo box that had no ammo in it. Of course, still haven't found the book I needed, but at least I could always kill some zombies. That was always fun after all. I've seen the lady again, Emma, and I'll remind you guys once again, always stay on your guard. What I've learned is most of the reason why people die in this game is they think they're safe when they're not. My pickaxe was broken at this point, so I had to say goodbye to an old friend, and hello to a new one. Hopefully this crowbar will serve me well. Now Emma didn't look so nice, mainly because of her red name. And this guy didn't look so nice, mainly because, well, he was dead. She began walking up to me holding a knife. Maybe she just wanted to play tag, but I wasn't gonna figure it out. I pointed my gun at her to stop, and it looks like she raised her hands. So I tried again, but she kept on just coming and coming. She was starting to freak me out. I think she had a little crush on me or something, because she just kept following me. And I was hoping she would stop, but she just wouldn't. She was now dealing with a few zombies, so I decided it was a perfect opportunity to run away. And then crazy psycho Beep started chasing me. Wanting to loot the nearby houses, I did. There's a few zombies in this house, and there was this guy. I think he just wanted to go to the bathroom, though. Poor guy, that's all he knew in life. I did find a little pistol, but I'm stuck at aiming, so it doesn't even matter. I passed by the lady, now on the other side of the fence, and there was this blade of grass that looked shiny, and it was absolutely nothing. They had cleared out a few of these houses already. They must have been here for a couple days, but they still left a few zombies behind, so I guess I would deal with it. Then I made one mistake, and everything began to crumble down. I could see the end, and it could see me. But what I've learned is, just say no to death. Duh. And I found me a new shotgun. Nice. There was tons of bodies outside of this house, so I guess this was their house. Maybe. But as I entered, I heard the sound of, well, someone getting it on upstairs. And not wanting to deal with that, I insta-backed out. Not today. Not today. I cleaned myself up and I wanted some water, so of course I used the toilet to get it. Yummy after all. But now, it was day 20. I woke up at 3. So I took a few sleeping tablets and went back to sleep, making sure to put my shotgun at my feet just in case. Since the NPCs were rude to me, I was gonna go blow their brains out. I mean, I can't say that. Since the NPCs were rude to me, I was gonna go tickle them. No, sound like a pedophile. You know what, I don't care, keep it in. But they seem friendly now and just raised their hands up, so I decided not to. At least this one seemed friendly. I was gonna go find Emma or whatever her name was, but I found her bandana on the floor. Maybe she was gone. So I began to walk off, but I caught a glimpse of her. She did have a bag, and she was rude to me before. And now I had a shotgun. And not being scared, I asked for her loot. And she didn't give it to me. So I asked for it again, and she didn't give it to me. I was a nice man, and I'll be honest, I was tempted to pull the trigger here, but I couldn't do it. So I told her to scram. Turns out, somehow, I had found the book I needed. So now I could repair my vehicle. And back in Riverside was all the parts I needed. So I decided to hit the road. And this tree, crashing right into a group of zombies. Great. Just great. But I wasn't too worried, so I just easily killed these zombies. But, again, I'm not the brightest person. Where a few zombies turned into a few more, and I ran out of ammo. And, all my ammo was in the trunk. At this point, I was anxious, and my lighter was out of fuel. And everything I needed was back in the car, so I made a break for it. It would be worth it if I could make it to my vehicle. But, like me, my vehicle was surrounded by the dead. Not wanting to take that risk, I decided to loop back, lose them in these woods. So I did. I needed to take a break because I was super exhausted. I could barely kill one zombie, let alone 100. I began panicking because I didn't have a lighter, and I was extremely addicted to smoking. But eventually, I did find one. But now I could put my ever-growing desire to rest. And put myself to rest. Making it day 21. Now, I usually would end off here since it's been a week already, but I decided why not, and kept going. When eventually I did wake up, I woke up to someone chatting outside. I wanted to go see what's up and noticed there was a broken window now. And exiting the house, I was instantly jumped by the woman again. Crazy psycho. Sick of her, I decided to pull out my shotgun and light myself a cigar. I was nice, but I was done with her at this point, so I just shot her a couple times. You know, it really couldn't hurt. She wasn't following me anymore, so that was good. I attempted to go back to my car, killing a few zombies on the road. But I noticed I became instantly exhausted. I wonder why. Might as well eat a whole jar of peanut butter. Maybe that would get me my energy back up. I didn't want to become too exhausted, so I was going to lead these zombies to the woman. And so I did. She can deal with them. I decided to go take a break and read. I was now energized, so I peeked out the window, and I saw a zombie passing by and heading into the woods. Probably heading straight towards the woman. Interesting. But no, I didn't care. I just sat back down and ate some more food. A whole entire box of cereal, actually. The woman was now getting harassed by a bunch of zombies, and I decided it'd be perfect to run off. But these fatties swarmed me and were trying to eat me, so I led them again to the woman. And she was walking extremely slow now, so she was probably injured. And she ran off. Where you going, lady? Oh, shoot. They're coming for me. I decided to jump the fence and head back to my car, when that's where I noticed this man just crawling. I stomped out the zombies and became tired once again. I didn't know what the frick was going on until I knew. I had become extremely overweight. Hey, what can I say? I was hungry. I gassed up the vehicle a little bit and drove off. See you later, place. I was glad to be finally out of that dump, and I passed by a police barricade. But there was too many, and I was too fat to deal with it. And so I accidentally drove into a town. I might have actually stayed here, but the lag I had, well, it deterred me away, and I left. With that town behind me, I needed to head to Riverside. But I found another police barricade, and decided to kill them all. And they had a bit of loot. Not really. They had zero, actually, except for these leather gloves. I decided this would be a perfect place to sleep for the night. It was only a few hours away, but I wanted to catch up on some reading. And I was slowly running out of water, but it was okay. Who cared? But I went to sleep to the rain, making it day 22.